we brought a basketball hoop over here, and McLovin went out there as well. McLovin played junior varsity at Dartmouth, and Doug, of course, one of the all-time leading assist men in college basketball history. Had some issues from the free throw line when he played, but he's rectified those. He's got a great shot, looks good, looks comfortable. McLovin and Dougie Fresh are going to shoot free throws, shoot 10 free throws, and loser has to go into the fountain here at DirecTV. So, Doug, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. I see you bringing the Cameron Indoor Stadium rims as well. Those are some loose,
very friendly.
Soft, very friendly.
I was always wondering about that. When you go into a building, and there are certain places where the rim is tight or the background is different. But did you ever go into a place and just say, I'm not going to have a good night because the background or the aesthetics or the rim?
It was every night, man. Every night. No, I was actually, I was a very good shooter that just, you get in your own head and almost becomes like stage fright. And I became like Rondo before Rondo, where you could just find a way to play without a jump shot.
Did you see a therapist?
I did I did like a sports psychologist. I should have gone and done therapy. I think it would have really helped. You got like now I do therapy. I'm like, why didn't I do? It's like yoga. Like, why didn't I do this when I played?
But nowadays you could do it and nobody would give you grief or make fun of you.
No.
When back then you're just like, oh my God, he's seeing a therapist.
No, yeah, I have a friend, Jake Rauschbach, who's his sports. He does sports psychology, does this thing tapping, whatever. There's that athletes do. In order to kind of release your brain from things that hold you back. But anyway, to answer your question, yeah, there are different types of, like if the further back the background is, the lower the hoop looks, the closer it is. Like, if you ever go in a high school gym, there's a wall behind it. The hoop sometimes looks like it's 10.5 feet high.
Yeah.
And they're all about 10 feet.
But do you think Lonzo Ball and Markelle Fultz, that's now more mental?
Yes.
Fultz is, there's a little physicality. Lonzo's healthy, though.
I think Lonzo will be okay. I think Lonzo free throw line, there's an issue there. I think Markelle Fultz.
How do you shoot 41% from the line?
Well, that's a good question. You're asking the right guy, actually.
You
honestly,
were better than Lonzo Ball.
Barely. And that's nothing to brag about, right?
But how do you?
But I was an 80% free throw shooter. In high school, I used to just hold the ball, get fouled, and then make the free throws and win the game, right?
Yeah.
And then you just get. There was no traumatic. It was a traumatic moment, but my first year at Notre Dame, we're playing Rutgers, the first ever Big East game for both teams. We're up, I think 17 in the second half. They make a comeback. I get fouled. I airball the first free throw. I make the second. So we end up losing the game. And the next day, the late John McLeod, who passed away earlier this year, he has his secretary leave me a message to come down to his office because that's how he would talk to you. So we go and I sit down, in his office, and he's got the game on. And I thought we're going to work on our zone offense because they went to zone and we screwed up or some defensive breakdowns. He starts to look at the free throw like, Dougie, what happened here? And I was like, that's an air ball, coach. I made the next one. So we went out and he called Denny Price, Mark and Brent Price's dad, was his old assistant in Oklahoma. And John McLeod had never played basketball, and he's sitting there, got my left hand in front.
Oh, no.
But it was more than that. I could actually feel it coming before that.
But have you ever had an air ball from the line before?
No, but I had plenty after that. Yeah. And then, I got in trouble. I sat out around here. I went to Oklahoma State, and I felt like I was better. And then I get up the free throw line at times, and then it would just go. Your legs would go. You just feel numb. So it's definitely a mental thing for most people. And I think Markelle Fultz, he's basically got what I have, only it's now even worse because now he's got a hitch. There's the hitch and there's a lack of belief. And I thought they made a mistake last year. Drew Hanlon's a great trainer, but he does not understand. You have to have somebody who understands the mental aspects of what he's going through. And hiding him out in a gym and saying he's cured, that ain't going to work.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.